Hey guys, welcome back after this wonderful week-long spring break. Hope it was restful. I hope it was good. I don't know about you guys. I was out there every day trying to stay busy and staying away from the grocery stores because that's not the best place right now. But the important thing is we have toilet paper. That's an odd thing for me to say, but that's a kind of a needed thing nowadays, right? But here we are. We're going to read chapter 6 now. Chapter 6 is fairly short, okay? If you guys remember correctly, at the end of the last chapter, the two boys were picking on Abilene, playing with Edward, tossing him back and forth, and then Edward went somewhere. Okay, remember they are on a ship at this point. So we're going to find out what happens to Edward when those two kids were playing with him. All right, sorry, it's just there's going to be no extra cameras. It's just you and me today. I have no help, just me. All right, so we're gonna get started. Here is the book. Again, we are allowed to read this book. Again, Scholastic is allowing us to read The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. All right, so sorry I'm not completely 100% ready to go. I'll get all dressed for our meetings and stuff later today, but this is how I'm gonna be dressed first thing in the morning. All right, so here we are in chapter 6. First, make a prediction on what you think is going to happen in this chapter. Again, make a prediction about what you think is going to happen in this chapter. Go ahead, pause the video now. We're on pause. Yes, we're on pause. Unpause. Beautiful. Here we are, chapter 6. How does a China rabbit die? Can a China rabbit drown? Is my hat still on my head? These are the questions that Edward asked himself as he went sailing out above the blue sea. The sun was high in the sky, and for what seemed to be a very long way, Edward heard Abilene call his name. Edward, she shouted, come back! Come back? Of all the ridiculous things to shout, Edward thought. As he tumbled, ears over tail through the air, he managed to catch one last glimpse of Abilene. She was standing on the deck of the ship, holding onto the rail with one hand. In her other hand was a lamp. No, it was a ball of fire. No, Edward realized, it was his gold pocket watch. Abilene held in her hand. She was holding it up high and was reflecting the light of the sun. My pocket watch, he shouted. He thought, I need that. And then Abilene disappeared from view, and the rabbit hit the water with such tremendous force that his hat blew off his head. The answer is that question, thought Edward as he watched his hat dance away in the wind. And then he began to sink. He sank and sank and sank, and he kept his eyes open the whole time. Not because he was brave, because he had no choice. He painted on his painted on eyes witnessed the blue water turning to green and then to blue again. They watched as it finally became as black as tonight. Edward went down and down. He said to himself, if I'm going to drown, certainly I would have done so by now. Far above him, the ocean liner with Abilene aboard it sailed blithely on. The China rabbit landed finally on the ocean floor, face down, and there, with his head in the muck, he experienced his first genuine, true emotion. Edward Tulane was afraid. And that's chapter 7 now. All right. So here are your questions I want you guys to answer. Remember, you can send me an announcement or a message in Seesaw. Some of you guys are doing it in Dojo. That is fine. Either way. So, and I like how some of you are writing the answers inside a book and just taking a picture of it and sending it to me. That's beautiful. I love that. All right. So your first question is, so his first real emotion is he's afraid. I want to know, why is he afraid? Okay, again, why is Edward afraid? In your book, I want you to write, Edward is afraid because. Remember that key word. Edward is afraid because. Okay. I also want to know, what did Abilene hold in her hand? Okay, what did Abilene hold in her hand? So your answer would be, Abilene was holding blankety blank. Okay, and the last question, I actually have 3. I want to know, how do you think Abilene is feeling? Again, how do you think Abilene is feeling? So your third and final answer will be, Abilene is feeling this, or I think Abilene is feeling this because. So stick it on in there. Send it on to me. You guys have till Friday. Remember, we start our actual work this week. It's all through Seesaw. It's going to be similar to what you guys tried last week, but it's going to be a little harder, a little more oriented to where we left off with fractions. All right? Stick with ReadWorks, Keep doing the Khan Academy stuff, and I'll see you guys for chapter 7.